So it's early days. We have to wait and see how this gets evolved and whether the government is able to manage the protesters that are growing in numbers. But I think in terms of corporate sentiment, they have been for a very long time, because of political issues, the sentiment was very bearish and it was sort of a closed market for investment. But since the opening up and since there was a lot of stability in the government, people were a lot more bullish, and corporates who were sort of locked in wanted to really get out and see the opportunities in the region. And the Thai corporates have been the most active in the deal-making space in Asia-Pac.
So ironically, while there are protests in the city against Yingluck Shinawatra, she's been good for business.
Yes, I would say that, yeah.
If we turn to the countries where executives were the most pessimistic, that's Malaysia and Indonesia, one country that relatively recently had an election, another one that's heading into an election year. What are the issues in those two countries?
This is my personal reading. I mean, I see two overhangs in both the markets. Indonesia, obviously, leading up to the elections next year, people are expecting a sort of a slowdown and a status quo position. Because there will be a transition in politics there. So there is an expectation that until the elections are over, not much is going to change. In Malaysia, I think the sentiment is that what's the next big wave for businesses in Malaysia? And I think a lot of businesses are trying to figure out where the Malaysian economy is going to drive. There's a lot of focus on infrastructure. There's a lot of focus on regional development programs. But how it's all going to benefit local businesses is yet to be seen.
So businesses are generally sitting on their hands in Malaysia?
Yes. So they're taking a very conservative outlook. They're saying, I mean, the focus is going to be more around managing costs, managing efficiencies, and looking at outbound opportunities to expand as opposed to investing into the country.